gym? Do you go to the gym for your face?
Oh my god, that feels so good, right?
There is this, what do you even call it? Is it a thing? There is an establishment called Face Gym that is unlike any other skincare service available. They basically say it is a gym for your face, and you basically paid to get massaged and smacked, and you fucking know that I tried it. I have seen this online and I've always wondered, is it worth it? Like, what is it all about? And this was the month I decided, you know what, Cassandra? You've been clenching your teeth at night. It is time to try it out. I ended up going to the Face Gym in West Hollywood, and I will say it is a really cool environment. It was very clean. They had all of the prices listed, and it was kind of cool to see the tools and the skincare products that were going to be used. Now, when you actually go down to the chair, it was very different than any aesthetic spa or any med spa that I've been to. Instead of having your own separate room, it literally looks like a Pilates class or a bar class. They actually have the bars in front of you, and there's all these chairs almost set up like a hair salon. So when you're laying there getting your facial, getting your massage, there's other people next to you, and it actually feels much more fun and upbeat. And that goes into everything from the atmosphere to the music that they decide to play. Now, as I was checking in, they basically asked me a whole bunch of questions about what skin concerns I had, what my skin tone was, what I basically wanted to achieve, and they also asked me about ingredients. Now, I'm very lucky that I know about my face, and so I said, you know, specifically, these are things that do and don't work for me. And the person who ended up doing my face, she was very knowledgeable when it comes to products. She actually told me a little bit about how she got started in the industry. She worked as a medical esthetician in a plastic surgery clinic, and she decided instead of doing things on the medical side, she wanted to help people relax, which is why she came to Face Gym. And her knowledge of anatomy, as well as what Face Gym trains their estheticians to do, allowed her to really take those two worlds of relaxation and the medical side of things and put them together, which, yes, she expressed on my face.
So we are going to do a workout on the face. What that means is a deeper pressure massage meant for lifting, contouring the muscles in the face. We'll also work with the lymphatic system, lots of drainage, gua sha, and we're going to use an EMS tool for lifting and contracting those face muscles.
So take a super close look at my skin. What do you see? What is your assessment? Give me all of the criticism.
Absolutely.
All of it. What do you notice?
got you.
All the dehydration, all of the oil.
Well, you have gorgeous skin, first of all.
Thank you.
Obviously, I see a tiny bit of pitting, maybe from past acne scarring, which is totally fine. This is what happens to the best of us, right? If we have a little bit of breakouts. A little bit of inflammation in your skin.
Ooh,
so
you see it?
A gentle amount of rosacea, but nothing crazy, no acne rosacea or anything.
I love you.
Totally fine to treat. And you know what, besides that, maybe a little dehydrated, but nothing crazy. You have a little bit of a beautiful shine, which means you're gonna age really beautifully and gracefully.
All right, well, I am ready to get Face Gym.
it.
What I loved was that even though Face Gym doesn't have a sunscreen, I saw the Super Goop sunscreen there. And if you don't like any of the ingredients in the Face Gym products or something, they actually have other like high quality brands that you would see at like Sephora that they could use on your face instead. Now, the first thing she did was a cleanse, and oh my gosh, the enzyme cleanser was actually so good. It did not irritate my face. It felt great, and holy shit, the massage, this was nothing like I have ever felt before. And let me say, this experience was very hands-on. It was very handsy, and I am someone that loves touch. Like if you meet me in person, I'm gonna be giving you high fives. We're gonna be doing fist bumps. I'm gonna give you a hug. I'm probably going to pick you up just the way I did Dr. Pimple Popper, you know, because we lift other people up both literally and figuratively. I literally lift everyone up. I love touching people, and that is not creepy. Do not take that in a creepy way. That is something that means so much to me. And for me, I would rather have someone massage my shoulders or rub my scalp rather than, you know, get a gift like a, I don't know, watch or jewelry. I don't know. What do people get as gifts these days? Chocolate? I do love chocolate. But for me, touch is so special and important. So when she started touching my face and massaging my muscles in tune with my facial anatomy and structure, I was like, oh my God. She not only massaged my face and really had beautiful technique and used a great product, but then she started touching my neck. And sometimes I'm a little bit particular about who touches my neck, like blame it on my past, whatever, right? Sometimes it's a little bit weird. She was basically going towards my sternocleidomastoid, my trapezius, my scalar muscles, and she was like, girl, you are tight. You are, what is going on here? I am definitely a stretchy person when it comes to my flexibility, but she was like, your muscles are insane. And we actually had a little conversation about Botox for relaxing muscles for those of us who clench our jaws. And I didn't even have to tell her, and she knew that I was a clencher.
There's so much tension there. Yes, snapping. Is it bad?
Like 1 out of 10.
It makes sense.
Give me your honest 1 out of 10 right now.
Maybe like a 7 or 8.
Not an 11?
No.
Alright, hold on.
I think I felt, yeah. So that's good news.
Yeah. What about the neck?
Your jaw is like a 10 or 11. I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
At least you're honest.
That's for sure. You're definitely holding a bar.
And can I just say, to have her hands that were very warm and loving and kind and experienced massage and literally slap the shit out of my face, I didn't know what to expect, but holy crap was I surprised. Now, if you can see, I'm literally smiling throughout this entire ordeal. She then took this large ball and rubbed it on my face. And at first, when I sat down in the chair, I looked at those balls. I was like, what the heck is that?
This one's a little bit more tough. So this one is a weighted ball, so it has a little bit more pressure. We'll use that on you because obviously you said you have a little bit of extra tension in your jaw, so I want to make sure we give you a little extra in that area.
I don't know what was going on, but they trained their estheticians right. When you put the face ball on your face, she stretched my frontalis muscles. She stretched my risorius. She massaged the muscles of my jaw, and it was like a heavenly experience that I cannot express. She also used a gua sha on me. Now, I have used many a gua sha, and as we know, it is actually an ancient practice that, has really been westernized and kind of changed. Now, when it comes to this gua sha, it definitely wasn't my favorite part of the massage, but it was very relaxing. And the gua sha itself was metal as opposed to, one of the porous rocks, and she was even talking about how it's not jade or something that's going to hold on to moisture and bacteria. And something she also mentioned is that being someone who does gua sha and things for herself at home, she has broken so many of them by dropping them. And this one, because it's metal, if you drop it, it don't break. I like that it had kind of a comb end on one side too. And it was definitely one of the higher quality gua shas that I felt. And because it's metal, she can put it in a fridge or a freezer and it gives you that cooling sensation without having to put ice on your face and, risk capillary damage. It was nice, but it wasn't my favorite part of the massage. And I think that if I were going to go back, which foreshadowing probably will because loved getting the shit slapped out of me. I think that I would go for the cryotherapy as opposed to the gua sha, or just the hands as opposed to the gua sha, because just having someone who knows facial anatomy and get under your cheekbones and massage your temple and get the little furrow that happens in your brows, oh my God, it was magnificent. Now, were the products good? Yes, the products were actually great. It was very interesting. They brought out this IV type looking thing, and she actually sprayed skincare onto my face, telling me to, hold my breath when she got near my nose, which was so appreciated because a lot of estheticians will put something on your face and your nose and not tell you, and then you're trying to breathe and you're like, I can't breathe out of my mouth or my nose. It was wonderful that she actually knew what she was doing, and then she knew the anatomy of the face. The sprays were really awesome, but I was having so much fun during this experience and feeling so relaxed. I was laughing the whole time. This was not a facial where I fell asleep and tuned out. This was a facial where I felt extremely relaxed, but it was invigorating. It was lifting literally to my face, and you can see the before and after of my face just being so much more relaxed, and literally my small little facial wrinkles, my fine lines. I don't have deep set wrinkles, but I have fine lines. She literally not only massaged them out, but stimulated so much blood flow and circulation to my skin that my skin looked plumper, but more chiseled because of the lymphatic drainage. But this entire time, I was smiling and laughing because of how great this felt. She was sitting here pummeling my face with her hands, and it felt heavenly. And again, I've had lots of facials that I'm very grateful for. I've had some excellent facials, some not so good facials, and holy crap, Face Gym was like a workout that I didn't have to do. She was working out my face. I was shocked. The twitch is the most satisfying. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I kind of thought Face Gym, really, I'm gonna pay someone $100 to smack me? Boy, yes. And it was great. By the time my facial was over, I was laughing. I was relaxed. My shoulders felt better. There was visible circulation to my face. And that circulation, again, it was making things plumper, but she actually did lymphatic drainage on these areas so that even though my skin was plumper and more bouncy and more vivacious because of that circulation and because of the products that she used, it was also less puffy from the night before. I live in San Francisco, so I was traveling to LA. And because of the lymphatic drainage and the way she actually massaged my face using my facial anatomy, my face was less puffy. And at first I was like, is this just because you worked at a plastic surgery clinic? Are you just, brilliant and you know these things? And she's like, no, everyone who works here gets trained on facial anatomy and how to massage the face in line with what people's concerns are and with their facial structure and, their neck structure. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And one of the best parts is that at the end of the facial, she applied sunscreen. They have sunscreen. I was so impressed, and you would be shocked at the amount of, regular spas or like, relaxation spas that don't even have a sunscreen on the premise. It's questionable. And we actually had like a little conversation off camera about, the aesthetic regulations in places like Florida versus like a California or like New York or Colorado, right? Whatever. It was an excellent conversation, but it was an excellent experience overall. Now, when I got done, I was kind of stunned. Like, I was just bitch slapped for like an hour, and it felt so great. I was just like, oh my God, I have like just somebody put your hands on my face. I know that sounds weird, but please, I love it. And that brought me to wondering, first off, is this worth the money? Would I go again? And who is this for? Like at first I thought this is some crazy pop-up store that's just bullshit taking people's money. And when I was talking to her, I realized no, they have a lot of regular customers. They have people who come in and buy like packages of how many they want to get. And they have a lot of travelers and a lot of tourists come in, specifically because what happens when you are a traveling tourist? You're on a plane, you're puffy, you're feeling uncomfortable, you're tense, and Face Gym literally takes all of that out and then gives you a glow with skincare products and circulation. This is for someone who loves facial massage, someone who loves touch, someone who loves having their face cradled, and for someone who probably clenches their jaw. If you are someone who is uncomfortable with people touching you, or if you're like, okay, I'll get a facial, but like, I don't really love the massage portion, not for you, steer clear. This is also not for someone who like wants to fall asleep for an hour. This is for someone who is probably feeling puffy, who loves facial massage, who really needs to relax and likes actually being touched and having that done to their face. This for me was like a slam dunk. I had no idea it was going to be this great. I didn't realize like how much I needed this. From the depuffing to the circulation to the great products to just having someone hold my face and bitch slap me with skincare love. Probably one of the best facials I've ever had, which is so weird because it's such a non-traditional facial. And again, if you are someone who loves the feeling of touch and you don't mind having a treatment that is a little bit more active versus just passive, this was an experience. And again, it's not going to be for everyone. I do think it is a special type of person, but I cannot recommend trying it enough. I literally am so sad that they don't have one of these in San Francisco because I want to do this again. Like, I also want to see like, how does it differ with other people? Everybody is the same training when it comes to Face Gym. So I kind of want to like, I don't know, I want someone else to put their hands on my face. I felt like a kid in an aesthetic candy store, just getting my muscles massaged. And it was one of the most pleasant experiences that I never could have even asked for because I never knew that something like this exists. I understand why more of them have been popping up. If you're someone who likes little, then I would highly recommend it. But for those of us who are puffy or stressed or clenched, I cannot wait to go back. And do you have additional questions? Because the comments box is open below. And I do want you to remember, reapply your SPF, do stay hydrated, be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in one of these next videos. Love you guys. Bye.